Week 2 of the high school football season is here, and it is also week 2 of the score. So many big games on tap during week 2. And Jenna, what's one of those games that as you look at this schedule and you're like, man, that game is going to be a fun one to watch?
I'm really excited to see Geneseo and Assumption. You know, the little crossover action we have, the Iowa team Assumption traveling over to Geneseo, so that's going to be fun. You know, Matt Furlong actually went to school at Assumption, so he played there in high school. And, you know, Gilbraith and Furlong, they know each other from coaching, so just a fun little matchup with those two. Both teams on the hunt for their first win, so that stands out to me.
It's been a long time since we've had that cross-river game type of thing, and if you ask Nate Gilbraith, I believe they're calling it the Iron Bowl or the Iron Show. It's one of those things where iron sharpens iron. You got two teams looking for their first win. See who can get that tonight over at Geneseo. It's going to be a fast game. Both teams like to run the ball. One game that I'm thinking about is the one that we're standing at right here at Moline High School. They're opening up a brand new field turf. They lost last week at Rockwood Summit. They have an 11-1 team from last year, Sycamore, coming in to play them. A lot of excitement, hype around this game because of this new turf. See if the Maroons can kind of control those emotions, see if they can bounce back and get a good win to get their first win of the season against a very good Sycamore team. We'll have highlights of that game as well. United Township at home against a team from Chicago. Allman hosting Dwight. Rock Island's on the road against Dunlap, and then Sterling has Chicago Urban Prep at home. How about some of those small school games? There's some games in those outlying schools, and there's a really good one in the track.
Oh yeah, super excited for this track matchup. So Rockridge making the trip to Princeton. You know, Princeton comes off a very tough game, come off that tough loss against Newman. Very tough matchup there. So going against Rockridge, Rockridge just blanks Sherrard. So both teams are coming in with some, you know, some exciting stuff going on with the two sides of the division. You know, kind of favorites going into it. So Colin Schweigena had 6 touchdowns last week against Sherrard, so he's coming in hot, ready to go. I think it's just going to be really fun, obviously, to see those two teams face off.
That's one of the games that we will have post-game from the Jungle. Always a fun place to play in Princeton. Another game in the track that I'm looking at is Monmouth Roseville playing Orion. Orion traveling down there to play. Cale Filler had a really good game. The Orion defense pitched a shutout in the second half against Spring Valley Hall. Monmouth Roseville knows they will have their hands full with that passing attack, but they got Elliot Rogers on that other side of the defense. He had 3 interceptions last week against Mercer County. So Coach Adolphson is excited about that game. He hopes Nick Houston could have another big game on the ground. Should be a good game in the track. Now on the other side of the river, a really good matchup in the metro area has Bettendorf playing Iowa City High. City High beat Bettendorf in the last week of the season last year. The Bulldogs looking to get a little revenge there. They're also looking to get their first win of the season. They had a tough one against Pleasant Valley, losing 24-17. Did some good things on offense, but gave up 24 points. So we'll see if Coach Wiley's group can kind of correct that and get things going in the right direction. And of course, our guest griller for week 2, none other than Kevin Tippett, the North Scott coach that retired after 18 years. He's coming on, going to cook some burgers. Myself, Jenna Jonah, and Kevin Tippett joining you tonight at 10:15 for The Score.